It is Friday, and that means John Brown is in your town this afternoon.
Today he is in celebration with the rest of the crew. John, some call that town Disney's dream. What do you think?
Well, it's totally true because this place feels like a movie set. You can see the Celebration Town Center right behind me, and this is loosely based off of Walt Disney envisioned as his hometown, Marceline, Missouri. It has that cool vibe where everybody kind of gets together. We've already met a lot of people here. See those girls right there? They're all from Brazil, but now they go to Celebration Middle School here. Their families all moved over here. So we've heard story after story of that, of people saying, I want to live Disney's dream, and they moved to Celebration. So again, we're going to do our 60-second history of this town, but this one doesn't go back too many decades because the town is, let's face it, it's kind of young.
The history truly begins in 1986 as Disney executives look for a place to develop a new community. 1991, the Walt Disney Company announces plans for a community just miles away from the Magic Kingdom. 1994, the groundbreaking takes place for Celebration. 1995, the lottery. 1,200 people put down deposits of $1,000 for a chance to be one of the first homeowners in that community. 1996, the first family moves into Celebration and the golf club opens to rave reviews. 2003, Celebration High School opens after the town outgrew its initial K-12 school. 2014, the town begins seeing significant population growth, reaching nearly 10,000 residents by 2020.
Yeah, so it really is a cool history, and we're going to find out more about the history. We're going to talk to a gentleman in just a bit who read an article in the Wall Street Journal and then decided he was going to move here. Like I said, it's a melting pot. I found some friends. Where do you guys go to school? Celebration! Yeah. The party has started in Celebration, and we have a lot more still to come here in Celebration. This area attracting a lot of high-tech jobs. We're going to take you inside Neo City straight ahead. And also, Osceola County, that's where we are. The fair just started. We're going to take you live to the Osceola County Fair in just a bit. We are in your town today, Celebration, right here on Fox 35. Say goodbye, everybody. My new best friends.
John Brown is always at the center of a good party. So typical, John.
I'm John Brown, back in your town. Today we are in Celebration. I gotta tell you, it feels like we're in paradise. This is one of those areas where you get here and it just feels different. That's why so many people are moving here. This town growing just like so much of the rest of Florida, but this one maybe has a different feel. Let's take a look at the population. It's booming here right now. In 2010, the population was about 7,400, and in 2020, it was about 10,000. That's significant growth in a short period of time. Even with that population, still not that big. There are about 500 companies registered here, and a lot of Disney offices, believe it or not, well, I do believe it, are based right here in Celebration. Median income for Celebration, about $92,000 a year, which is one of the highest in all of the state of Florida. We are in Osceola County, which is also booming, and this area is about to become a high-tech hub. The Neo City is coming here, and Fox 35's Amanda McKenzie takes a look at how what they're about to start building here could be a key to keeping our country and the world moving.
Neo City is the name for the growing high-tech hub right in the heart of Osceola County. It has more than 480 acres of land that is already being developed to house private, technology-based companies that support local job creation. And one such company drawing worldwide attention is Skywater. This is just some of their 26,000 square foot facility rated as clean room space.
Cleaner than a hospital room.
It's where they manufacture semiconductors, also known as microchips.
In today's world, the U.S. only produces 12% of the global semiconductors. So that's a telling point that we've lost a lot of the capability here in the U.S. and why there's a lot of focus on that going forward.
The global chip shortage has kept things like automobiles and game consoles in short supply.
And the work being done here is on the cutting edge for the nation to address those needs.
Skywater is the only U.S.-based pure plate foundry making these wafers filled with microchips.
So there isn't much in the world today that doesn't have a form of a chip in it. From your household appliances, to your cars, to your cell phones, to your smartwatches, you name it, it has a chip in it.
The company is bringing manufacturing jobs not only back to the U.S., but to Florida. And that means more money from state and federal grants. In January, Governor DeSantis awarded a $6 million infrastructure grant to help pay for Neo City's roads. Osceola County officials say there is a lot of interest from investors, but they aren't letting just any tech company call this research park home. They must apply and prove that they will create local jobs. In Osceola County, Amanda McKenzie, Fox 35 News.
And you can certainly understand why so many companies are moving here. And coming up in the 6 o'clock hour, we're going to take another look at more of those jobs moving to Neo City. Well, the one thing we've figured out as the crowd is gathering around once again is that when we bring the show to your town, the weather turns out perfect. I mean, last week in Mount Dora, sunny and 80. This week in Celebration, sunny and 80. Brooks, I think we have something going. He joins me right now with a look at your forecast.
Thank you, John. You know what? I'm looking forward to the rest of this night and all of the future towns. We're going to do live news and weather from your town, and this is certainly no exception. The weather could not be finer this evening here in Celebration. What a beautiful day, what an idyllic setting, and what a spectacular forecast leading into the weekend. Without further ado, let's get right to it. Right now we're at 76 degrees, a light east wind about 11 miles per hour. This is the attractions. You can see the old volcano there, Universal. 73 degrees right now in Brooksville, 77 in Lakeland. It has been a gorgeous day today. And high temperatures tomorrow will be approaching 80 degrees. So if you like today, you're going to love tomorrow. All is quiet on Fox 35 Storm Tracker radar. When you see the blue line sweeping, you know that's ours. This is the most advanced weather radar in Central Florida. It's brand new and it's exclusive to right here on Fox 35. We look forward to bringing you the latest second-by-second update when storms threaten later this season. So the next big thing, after a beautiful day tomorrow, this is the weather map for tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. We'll have sunshine, a nice southerly flow. Tomorrow night, after highs in the low 80s, a cold front approaches from the north, and that's going to bring with it a line of showers and a couple of thunderstorms overnight. In fact, as we get toward 8 in the morning Sunday, we may be greeted with a clap of thunder to start off the second day of the weekend and much cooler breezes behind that front. We'll see highs on Saturday close to 80, on Sunday close to 70, and on Monday behind the front close to 60 degrees. Monday is Valentine's Day. But if you love the warm weather, we fast forward to the end of next week, the 17th. We're going to be up in the low 80s once again. And on Friday, the 18th, this is next Friday, a week from today, we could see temperatures as high as almost 90 degrees. We'll be about 86 Sanford, 87 Titusville. So a nice warm up. But this is also the weekend of the Daytona 500. And there's going to be a cold front coming through right about that time. So it could be significantly cooler at Daytona Beach than it is in Orlando. Same story for Sunday. There could also be a little bit of rain in the vicinity. But this is that Sunday forecast. I mean, we're looking at temperatures about 10 days from now in the 60s for a brief time before we warm up again. Again, 81 tomorrow. By Valentine's Day after the rain Sunday, we cool down to 63, and then we're back up into the 80s. Look at that. Breezy conditions at 86 on Friday with a couple of thunderstorms. Not a bad day. Oh, hey guys, what's going on? Come on up. Where are you guys from?
Brazil.
You guys are from Brazil? Yeah. Oh, wow. How long have you been here?
5 years. 3 years.
Oh, very cool. What's your favorite thing about being in the Celebration area?
There's a lot of people. I like the school.
Do you guys watch a lot of football? Like not soccer, but like Brazilian football? Yeah? What's your favorite team? Do you have a favorite team?
Yeah.
Brazil. Brazil. Oh, there you go. Oh my gosh. Leave it to me. Leave it to the non-football steep guy. Can you show me some moves?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Watch out. Get ready for it. Remember the thunder trucks here. We got to be careful. Good job. Oh, look at you. Oh my gosh. You know, you hand a soccer ball to a kid from Brazil and they put on a show. Oh my God.
Friday, which means we are taking another Florida road trip.
John Brown takes us to Celebration today, and he has a little history lesson for us.
One thing about Celebration and really anything related to Disney is people love the history of places like this and the Magic Kingdom. Well, we have the resident historian here, Jim Siegel. He actually wrote the book on it, The Town of Celebration. Jim, good to see you. Appreciate you meeting us out here today.
Thank you for coming today, John, and welcome to Celebration.
Thank you. I love it out here, and you do as well. So this all started for you, what, in 1994 when you read a story in the Wall Street Journal. Tell us about that.
That's correct. So at the time, Disney was just breaking ground for this town. And there was a story in the Wall Street Journal about Disney is building a town. And I thought, what an opportunity this would be to retire here, retire to Disney's Town of Celebration.
So you read the story, and then you come down and visit. So what sold you when you finally got here?
Okay, so when I finally got here, we came over to the main part of the Celebration Center and the lake. And what I saw was a number of rocking chairs established around the periphery of the lake. And people were were just kind of just chilling out, and I had something to eat, and I just sat down and I rocked, and I thought, this is a place that I could retire to, and I did.
Yeah, and not only did you retire down here, but then you got interested in the history. Like I said, you wrote the book, you've collected all this material. Why is this place so special to you once you got here?
Well, it's special because it was a place that was intended to be, first of all, family-oriented. Secondly, a place where they wanted people who were type A's, if you will. Mm-hmm. If you're a hermit, you don't want this town. You don't like this town. But it is populated by people who are active, who want to do things. And at the time when I was retiring, I wasn't ready to take full time in the rocking chair. I had a lot of things I wanted to do, and this town gave me an opportunity to do those.
So there you have it, a little history lesson once again from Celebration today. Again, great day here in Osceola County. We're going to send it back to you guys in the studio, but much more to come. John Brown in your town, straight ahead.
Osceola County, not only is John Brown in your town tonight, the county fair is back too.
Yes, it kicked off today in Kissimmee, and Fox 35's Brittany Lockley is out there live as well. So Brittany, there are some new additions to that fair this year.
Yes, there has been new additions, and I've been having a blast. Now, this fair has been going on for 78 years, and we're taking a look right now across the fair. Absolutely beautiful. The weather is nice conditions. Now, this is the largest annual event, and I have a special guest joining me right now. This is General Manager Larry Berry. Now, Larry, before the theme parks, we had livestock and citrus groves and mini Floridians still making a living off of this.
It is Friday, and you know what that means. John Brown is in your town this afternoon.
Today, our crew has made their way to Celebration. John, some call that town Disney's dream. Is it a dream for you? It looks like it.
It really is. You just have to imagine this. So you've got the sun going down right now. You've got a band playing behind us. As you can see, there are kids everywhere. They're just running all over. The place is incredibly safe. The parents love it here, and I found another new friend. I have Sarah. Hi, Sarah. How are you?
Good.
Good. How old are you?
5.
They say never interview children, but this girl's got it. What's on your shirt?
Unicorns.
Yep, unicorns. See, that's why I wanted to talk to her. I have daughters, too. I love your unicorn shirt. Are you going to go play now?
Yeah.
Okay, me too. All right, now I got to get back up. Thanks for talking to me. All right, see you later. Can you tell I'm a girl dad? So again, you see this kind of stuff. The kids running everywhere. I have Scott here with me. You guys moved here a few years ago, right?
Correct.
Is it as magical as people think it is to live in a place like this?
It's great. You have the community events like this on a regular basis. You see there are kids everywhere, so your kids have ability to play with each other. Then you go and walk around. You got many other parks in town that they can go to, before and after school to play. And you got other parents that your eyes might not be on them, but we all are talking to each other, so somebody has eyes on your own kid.
So somebody's always watching. That's great. Hey, thanks for making time for us today. All right, you're going to get back to the concert. Again, you got all the kids here. You got the food trucks. Watch out, guys, coming through. And then we're going to come right through here. We're going to show you one more thing that's going on. So Food Truck Friday is once a month. And then on Sunday, they also have the Farmers Market, which is massive here, if you want to make it down for that. And then they have community events like this. We're at the park right now, and you can see the group playing right now. So they show up on a Friday night, and the crowd gets the concert here too. So when you say, is it really Disney's dream? Absolutely. It is like a movie here. It's like they bought a bunch of extras, except they all live here, and they absolutely love the community. If everybody I've talked to, they all love it. And you got a night like this. So again, we're on the island over here on the park, and Brooks is right across the way. He's over at the town center once again. We're going to send it over to him, find out how the weekend weather is shaping up. Brooks, over to you.
Yeah, John, it's shaping up so good. I'm doing great. I'm here with some New Englanders. Hey! So how would you say the weather is this evening here in beautiful Celebration, Florida, compared to Boston?
Oh, gorgeous. Nice sunshine.
Yeah.
It's a little cool tonight, but not too bad.
Okay, so you've been down here for a little while because you're complaining about how cold it is.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
How long are you down here?
Too much.
Okay, that's the translation is March, by the way. Hey, let's go to the weather forecast. Let's talk about the forecast here. Full disclosure, I lived in New England for many a year, so I could joke around, and I'll try and spare you the Boston accent. But we've got temperatures that will be falling. There you go. Temperatures will be falling from the 70s down to the 60s. It's going to be wicked cold tonight. The good news, though, is that this weekend it's going to warm up real nice. We're talking about highs in probably the low 80s tomorrow. So, John, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Brooks. And still to come, if you've ever come to Celebration, maybe during the holidays, you know they have some amazing things here, including the Tavern restaurant. It's right behind me there. We're going to go inside, find out what makes it so special, and why they're actually expanding. Straight ahead, I'm John Brown in your town Celebration on this Friday evening.
It is time for another Friday road trip. Celebration. John Brown is in your town right now.
John takes us to one of the most popular establishments out there.
So here's a great idea for the weekend. You can stay at the Bohemian Hotel right there, grab a cup of coffee right here on Front Street, and better yet, you can actually grab a lunch or dinner at the Celebration Town Tavern. Susan Bona is the owner of the restaurant here. Susan, good to see you once again.
How are you, John?
All right, so let's walk a little bit so we can see the restaurant here. Tell us about the Celebration Town Tavern.
Well, it started 21 years ago. We came from Boston, moved up from Fort Lauderdale, and restaurant is in our blood for certain. It's been an awesome, awesome experience. 21 years of great friends, neighborhood, definitely a staple in our town.
And I see the food these guys have right here on their table. That looks pretty good. Fellas, I'm going to join you in just a little bit. Is that okay? Yeah, so what I love about this place is many times we've come down here, it just has that cool vibe of a place along the coast that you just want to relax. Is that the idea?
Absolutely, absolutely. It has a cheers atmosphere where everyone knows your name and the bartenders have your drink on the deck before you even sit in your seat, basically. It's really been awesome.
You guys have done so much here in Celebration. You even helped put on the big Christmas spectacular with the ice skating rink. How was that for you guys?
The Now Snowing event. That is such a fun event. It's just so fun to watch people look at snow coming out of the light poles, basically. But everyone loves it. The kids love it. It's a huge event. This year, I was so happy to have it back after the pandemic. It was busier than ever. In fact, Tavern had a record-breaking busy month that month. It was busy.
As if you didn't have enough to do. Let's swing past our photographer Steve here, because you also picked up this place too, the old diner here. Tell us about it. So this is on your plate now too. Tell us about this.
It is the Downtown Diner. So it's 10 months old. It has, we really needed a breakfast place in town. So that is why I recreated it. I tried to bring it back to a feel that was 25 years ago when it was Max's. It's been a great, listen, it's made me busier than I've ever been in my life, but it's been a great experience, and the town has received it so well, and it's doing well, and everything's great.
We know everybody loves this town. It's so special. Disney's dream is what they like to call it. Why do you like it so much here?
We're original residents, so we've been here for 25 years. It's just a part of me. I can't ever imagine living someplace else. I don't know exactly what makes it. I left the bubble for a little bit, and I just think that's why I live in Celebration. It is just different. It's a different feeling. It's just special. It's special. It has some magic. The town has magic for sure.
Well, thank you, Susan. Do appreciate it. And I'm going to go join those guys over there for a bite to eat very quickly while we toss it over to Brooks, who's right across the pond here. He's got to look at your forecast ahead for the weekend. Brooks.
Hey, John, thank you. And you know what? She's absolutely right. There is a tangible magic in the air. And if you know me, you know I'm not somebody to just, talk puffery. I mean, this is the real deal. This is a really special place.
Back out to Celebration. John Brown is in your town.
Yeah, it's the town that Disney built, but there are some places you need to check out that are not Disney related. John, you went to a few of them this week.
Yeah, maybe I enjoyed my job a little bit too much this week. I spent a lot of time in Celebration, and what I find interesting when we bring the show to your town is there are certain places that are just iconic. They've been here since the beginning. People come from all over the world to check them out, and that is certainly true right here in Celebration. For example, the Bohemian Hotel. It's one of those places where people just drive into town just to take a look. It's right on the water. It's right in the middle of everything. It is one of those iconic buildings here that takes you back in time for a little old Florida charm. In addition to the elegant surroundings and the amazing works of art throughout the hotel, you also have fine dining and really just casual, cool places to lounge.
thing I think is really special about the Bohemian Hotel here at Celebration is that it is a very relaxing place. You can get in the rocking chair and I can have my margarita or my drinks, special drinks, talk to my friends, and just have a great time.
Now, Ray and Lou, I may or may not know that for fact that sitting in those chairs, relaxing, having the margarita is the thing to do, but I'll tell you, it's pretty cool. It's actually also a world-class wedding destination, and let's face it, there will be no bad pictures there. And if you've watched me for any number of years, then you know I absolutely love golf. And when your town has its own golf course, you know I'm going to go check it out. The course here in Celebration was designed by golf architect Robert Trent Jones. It opened back in 1996. The course winds its way through the community. It's also been the scene of several big-time tournaments. That includes the U.S. Senior Open Qualifier and the Buick Scramble National Championships. And yes, it is open to the public. So, you know, I call it research, Luann and Ray. I'm on the clock, so I come down and check out these towns. And I got to tell you, when you come to some place like this, it truly is like vacation when you come down here each and every day. So we're going to show you more of the great things happening all around Osceola County coming up. It's John Brown in your town right here in Celebration. We'll send it back to you guys.
Taking that research seriously, John.
I know. I want to do that research.
Yeah.
Welcome back to John Brown in your town. As you know by now, we're in Celebration today. It's an absolutely beautiful community. We moved locations one more time because I looked over here and I said, oh, the people at home just have to see that with the lights of this downtown area reflecting off the lake. Well, not too far from here is a place called Neo City. They're bringing in tons of high-tech jobs, and we showed you in the 5 o'clock hour one company moving here, and they're going to be making microchips and other components for computers. Well, it's a big hub, and they're starting to bring more and more jobs here, which promise that the future here is going to be even greater than it is right now.
Neo City sits on more than 480 acres of land that is ready to be developed into an epicenter for technology and innovation.
This campus is set up to accommodate thousands of jobs. Some estimates for direct jobs created around 16,000 direct jobs in the high-tech industry right on the Neo City campus.
The Center for Neovation is one of the few structures already built on the site that is being used as a semiconductor lab. Skywater is the only U.S.-based manufacturer of these pure plates made up of microchips. Governor DeSantis says he hopes this kind of work will help bring more jobs and address the supply chain issue.
It's an exciting time, actually, because I think there's a lot of focus on growing manufacturing back in the U.S., specifically high technology or advanced manufacturing, and the semiconductor is right in the middle of that.
Right now, there are about $27 million worth of Department of Defense contracts being worked on to meet the country's need to make chips work faster and be more resistant to damage. In January, Governor DeSantis awarded Neo City a $6 million grant to develop key roads in the technology district, which leaders say will help market to potential investors.
This is a great location in Central Florida to be so close to the airport. We're in an opportunity zone, which is a tax benefit for private investment.
A South Korean company is currently planning a 25-acre, billion-dollar city center for Neo City, and if the plans are approved, could include a second development in Phase 2. While this land could have been developed years ago, county leaders say they are taking a calculated approach to the creation of Neo City.
We're holding out for are those high-tech jobs and who's coming in and actually creating jobs. But yes, there's lots of interest.
The county is a finalist for the Build Back Better Regional Challenge. If their proposal wins, they could receive between $25 and $100 million in federal funds. Officials say that money is key to attracting tech firms that will create high-wage jobs in a county historically known for tourism and hospitality.
This entire investment is about creating jobs.
In Osceola County, Amanda McKenzie, Fox 35 News.
And that is really good news for Osceola County. I want to explain something here because that really is a big deal and people may not realize, and here's why. There's always been a big debate, especially in this area, of you either have money or the jobs are lower paying. But what that's going to do is help fill that void of those jobs and help bring all the salaries up. At least that's what the projections say. So I caught up with the CEO of the Kissimmee Osceola Chamber just a couple of days ago, and I asked him about these new jobs coming to his county.
It may be hard to condense this, but what's the most exciting thing happening down in this area right now that you see?
we're developing an entire new industry that's impacting not just the area, the state, the nation, but the world, and that's chip production and semiconductors out at Neo City. And so as we grow that with a key partner in Skywater Technology Foundry, amazing things will be coming to this area, and it'll impact the whole world.
And that's one of those projects that kind of gets overlooked, I think. We talk so much about the theme parks, but these high-tech jobs, high-paying jobs coming here.
So we're big on tourism, we're big on agriculture, and this will really define the future. And so yeah, it's high-wage jobs, it's high-technical jobs, and you don't even need a doctorate to work in that. So there are jobs within that industry that are open to everybody, and so it's going to be great for our future.
So as you can tell, the sky really is the limit here for what's happening in Osceola County. And I will also say the sky's the limit for the forecast, right? It's kind of a cheesy broadcast segue. But I will point this out, that anytime, Brooks, we come to your town, it ends up being sunny and 80 degrees. We're 2 for 2 this month, and I don't know how, we have to get the credit for this.
That wraps up another week of John Brown in your town.
Let's get one final check of the weather. You guys are having way too much fun out there.
Well, I think we've met the entire town here, so we're going to have one more check of the forecast. Brooks, give us the weekend forecast. What do we have?
The forecast is going to be great. We're looking at a high tomorrow. Here's the 7-day forecast, around 80, maybe 81 degrees. But a cold front comes through tomorrow night. That spells a chance for a couple of early morning thunder showers on Sunday, and then cooling down to about 70, low 60s for Valentine's Day, but then warming back up into the mid 80s by this time next week. Spring is right around the corner.
Which next week. We're going to get to that in just a second. We've been trying to organize a goodbye here for like an hour with these guys. All right, so what do we come up with? What do we got?
Go Celebration!
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Go Celebration!
Perfect.
It only took a little rehearsing, but we got that right. Okay, I want to tease next week because Daytona 500 takes place on Sunday. Next week, we are going to be in your town, Daytona. So we're going to be there Friday evening. We're going to preview all the events, all the great things that are taking place, and probably a lot of stuff that's changed since the last time you were there. So again, John Brown in your town. Brooks, great to see you out here, buddy.
My pleasure. Run up your ages.
Yeah, good friends. Have a great time. We'll see you back here.